Hi everyone, welcome to the GalaPro Training video. We have created this video to make implementing GalaPro in your venue easier for you and for your patrons, and to provide you with a little extra information on how to set up and use the app. The GalaPro app has been designed to deliver real-time closed captioning, audio description, and language translations to the patrons in the theater during the show. This means that this provides services for people who are hard of hearing, deaf, low vision, or blind, or people who speak other languages. And once they've downloaded this app, these services will be available every single performance in an automated way using voice recognition technology, which we have developed. In the next few minutes, I'm going to run you through how to download the app from the store, how to use it, how to help your patrons set it up, and how to troubleshoot difficulties they may have. So first, you're going to start with going into the App Store or Google Play and downloading GalaPro, G-A-L-A-P-R-O. Search for it. It's one word. The phone has to be ready and able to download any other app for GalaPro to work as well. It needs to have enough space and memory, and it needs to be a phone that's about a few years old to make sure that it supports downloading of new apps. You need to know your Apple ID or your Google Play password, and it's just the same as any other app. If you can download other apps, you can download GalaPro. If you can't download any other apps, you won't be able to download GalaPro either. So this is just something important to pay attention to when you're troubleshooting. Of course, you're also going to need an internet connection or a cellular network connection, either 3 or 4G, to download the app from the store, because you need internet to download apps. After downloading the app, users are going to need to sign up for the first time or log in if they already have one. All you have to do is choose the Get Started Now option and enter a valid form of email and create a password that's 6 characters. Let's do that together. So my email is going to be yo@galapro.com, and my password will be 123456, and of course we have to create an account and accept the terms. Once that is done, we will come into a list of all of our shows that are available now, and this of course is New York. You can choose your city, but right now we're filming this in New York, so we're going to use New York. All the different shows, or your show, will be available under your city. After the user has signed up, it's time to pick their show. Right now, we will be using Chicago Demo for this show, but of course, whatever show is your show is the show that you should be using in your city. So for the Chicago Demo, there's a few things you can notice here. First of all, each show has the show information up here, right? So you can read about the show and the patron can get more information about the show. Also, the list of different services provided. Closed captions right now are on. You can see the blue button on. For audio description, you'd have to turn it on now. And of course, to use audio description, you're going to have to connect a headset. If you have language translations available in your show, you're going to have to turn off the closed captions, just like this, and open the subtitles here, and you'll get a list of all the available language translations. They aren't available for every show. It just depends on if it's something that your production has decided to offer or not. The important thing to understand is that you can't have two different text services at the same time. So to use language translations, you turn off the closed captions. In most cases, we're going to have the closed captions on and audio description if available. At this point, after they chose their service and clicked Start, the user is going to go to their seat, because this is when the phone needs to be set to airplane mode and to the GalaPro Wi-Fi, which we will talk about in 1 second. The reason we don't want to do this in advance is because that once their phone is on airplane mode and on GalaPro Wi-Fi, which is a Wi-Fi network that is disconnected from the internet, they can't use their phone. Most patrons won't want to do this till it's the last minute before the show. If the patron wants you to help them with these steps, that's fine. Just let them know they won't be able to use their phone for anything else till the show begins. Also, this is a great opportunity to remind our patrons that at the end of the show, they should remember to turn airplane mode off so they can use their phone again. So now we're going to set our phone to airplane mode in GalaPro Wi-Fi. On every phone, of course, it's different, iOS versus Android phones, but most users will know how to find the airplane mode on their phone, and it's usually with a swipe up or swipe down. If you're not sure how to do it, just ask them to go into their settings and set it up. It's important that they do so because that's the only way the app works, but it can only be done after the service has been chosen and they clicked Start. So at this point, you're going to help the patron if they want, or tell them to do it on their own, set their phone to airplane mode. The way to set a phone to airplane mode in iOS is to swipe from the bottom. In Android, it's to swipe from the top. And if you're not sure how to reach it, just go to the settings, it's in there. Airplane mode is used to make sure that there's no phone calls or messages incoming throughout the show. After that, we're going to go into the Wi-Fi settings and turn on the GalaPro Wi-Fi. The GalaPro Wi-Fi is always named GalaPro and then the name of the show. And the password for it, for the Wi-Fi network, is always GalaPro 1. GalaPro 1. This Wi-Fi network is disconnected from the internet, and only with the phone being placed on airplane mode and on our GalaPro Wi-Fi will the app continue to work. A few important troubleshooting notes. Once you apply the airplane mode, it'll automatically turn off Wi-Fi. So to choose the GalaPro Wi-Fi, you're first going to have to turn on Wi-Fi in general and then choose the Wi-Fi network. Also, when connecting to GalaPro Wi-Fi, you want to make sure that the network is fully connected before you leave the settings and return to the app. Once it's fully connected and it shows that it's fully connected, then you return to the app, return to the guide, and it'll automatically take you to the next step. This is the last step of setting up GalaPro. In this step, it shows you how to customize the text for your own needs so that it's easier for the patron to see the text in their preferred size and brightness. As you can see here on the presentation, to adjust the font size, you're going to pinch, same way as you make a picture bigger and smaller. And to adjust the brightness, you want to tap up and down. Both of these features can be achieved through the settings wheel on the left top hand of your screen. So at this point, it's time for the patron to set up and customize the font or the brightness of the phone so it's easy for them to use in the theater. Since our app is designed for dark space, we're going to turn off the lights to show you what it looks like. So to change the font size, you're going to pinch it. It's the same way you do a picture, and you can make it bigger or smaller. To change the brightness, you're going to swipe down or swipe up, and that'll adjust the brightness. The maximum brightness will always match the max brightness that won't disturb the theater as well. You can also adjust these settings by tapping on the screen and going into the settings button that'll appear on the top left hand of your screen. The font size and brightness can be adjusted through here, and for patrons who are more comfortable with gray letters, they can set to gray in there as well. At this point, all the user has to do is sit back and enjoy the show, because as soon as the show starts and as soon as the speech in the show starts, the slides will start running automatically. We want to tell you how to access our demo on the app in case you want to show patrons or people that work in the theater what it looks like and you don't have a GalaPro Wi-Fi available or you're not in the theater at the moment. So to use all of our different shows, you have to physically be in the theater and connect to our local Wi-Fi. That's the only way you'll have access to the content. But what we did is we added a demo mode onto our app so people can access and see what it looks like and see the captions even when they're not in the theater. So to access our demo, you want to be in the New York choice of cities and scroll all the way down to the bottom to our Chicago demo. Inside the Chicago demo, you can either choose closed captions, audio description, turn that on, or you can turn off the closed captions and see the different subtitle languages. We're going to demo the closed captions, and you can also, to demo the audio description, all you have to do is have an internet connection and have headset plugged in. For the closed captions, we're going to hit start. And right now, this is the point where a patron would have to set their phone to airplane mode and connect to the GalaPro Wi-Fi. But for the demo, you don't have to do it. It runs automatically through the guide to show you what the experience would be like. So right now, at this point, it's running through it automatically. And as you can see here, we have the captions running automatically even though there's no show going on. We can have them in gray, we can have them in red, we can change the font size. And this is a great way to show people how the captions work, what they look like, even when you're not inside the theater. So if you want to pass this on to your team or to other people working with you, this is a great way to see how our services work. Let's talk a little about troubleshooting. Our technology has been tested in Broadway theaters, and it's live and working in almost all of the Broadway theaters for the past few years. So it's pretty reliable by now, and we've had hundreds and thousands of users. But like any other technology, there's always issues, especially when we're reliant on Wi-Fi. So it's important for me to go over some of the troubleshooting issues you may have so you feel confident in answering questions and helping patrons when they have trouble. So first of all, like I said from the beginning, it's an app like any other app. If your phone doesn't support other apps, it won't be able to support our app as well. 2, you want to make sure that when they set their phone to airplane mode and to the GalaPro Wi-Fi, that the app has already been open and the show has been chosen. Why is that? Because we download the content when we download the app, meaning that the first time you open the app, you need to have actual internet connection, which you don't have on the GalaPro Wi-Fi. So it's important to follow these steps from the beginning. It's important to download the app, choose the show, choose the service, click start, and only then set your phone to airplane mode and to the Wi-Fi. And make sure that you're setting the patron's phone up in an area that the GalaPro Wi-Fi reaches to. Because if the GalaPro Wi-Fi isn't available in the lobby, you won't be able to set patrons up there. You want to do that in the theater where the Wi-Fi covers. And of course, in each theater, the coverage area is different based on your Wi-Fi system that has been installed there. Also note that in iOS, some phones disable the app ability to swipe from the bottom, so you'll have to go into settings and you won't be able to use the swipe from the bottom to set the phone to airplane mode and to Wi-Fi. For Wi-Fi, when you're done setting up the GalaPro Wi-Fi and you've entered the password, which is GalaPro1, you want to make sure that the Wi-Fi is fully connected before you return to the app. The app needs to have that connectivity to the Wi-Fi network to work. Otherwise, it just won't work. Also, when in doubt if it's a problem with the phone or the app or the Wi-Fi, use another phone to connect to the GalaPro Wi-Fi and see if it works there. If it's a few phones not working on the Wi-Fi, we know there's a Wi-Fi problem. If it's one phone, then we know it's a problem with the phone. Tips: like any other app, if it gets stuck, if you can't get it to work, the best thing to do is to kill it from running in the background. How do you kill an app from running in the background? On iOS, you double tap the home page and then you exit out. And on Android, you have the left button on the bottom usually, which gives you an opportunity to close all running apps in the background. If needed, you can also uninstall and reinstall it again from the store. Battery usage. Throughout the show, the phone will be on airplane mode and on minimum brightness, meaning the battery shouldn't drain. Usually, on average, we use about 15% of a phone's battery. But if it's a very old phone with a very bad battery, we're not going to be able to fix that. So people have to know that it's the same battery experience as they'll always have. We're not going to make it better. We're not going to make it worse. We will be able to work with a pretty low amount of battery, but of course we want to let our patrons know that they should come with their phones charged. Those were the most common troubleshooting issues. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out and let us know. We're here to help you through this process. Thank you to everyone in your theater and venue for supporting GalaPro's mission in making theater and live shows accessible and inclusive to everyone. For more information, please visit our website, www.galapro.com. Thank you.